welcome to Bunta Vista, episode 283. And you join us live from Hollywood, 2009. I'm Joss Whedon. Did you just fly here in a Goram time machine? Yeah, I guess that happened all right. I'm here with my epically hilarious friend, Louis C.K. It's Ben.
Why are you doing this?
Ben, can you give us a sneak preview for what you have in store for your next Amazeballs stand-up special about being married to someone you fucking hate?
I don't really know enough about his comedy to do, like, I don't know how you would do a Louis C.K. bit.
I do. You got this all backwards, Theo. I should have been Louis C.K. I could have done this.
I think I've got one.
Oh, but I've got a role that you're just going to slot right into, Andrew.
Oh, no.
Having kids is the most beautiful thing there is. You know, it's really beautiful, but I fucking hate them.
Yeah.
And here's all the ways that they're shit.
Nice.
I'm Louis C.K. Baby.
Fap.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay. And of course, I wouldn't be out on the town without my numero uno pussy slayerino, Harvey Weinstein.
Oh,
It's
come on.
Andrew.
What is this? What are you doing? Why have you done this?
What's freaking crapping in HW? All right. And if you're currently drafting an email, so you think sexual predation is funny, let's just get ahead of that and say no.
We don't.
We don't.
Avengers 3. Avengers 4.
You know how many of these things we have to come up with?
We have to come up with so many. And some of them are going to be about how Hollywood was full of sexual predators.
I'm so happy no one knows what my penis looks like.
This afternoon, I was getting out of my car, going into this apartment, trying to think of an intro, and I was like, "What about we're all in the Holocene era?" I was like, "No, I'm pretty sure we've done that one."
Yeah.
In the bowels of a derelict tanker ship.
The Holodomor.
Yeah. There's some comedy gold in there, probably.
I don't think there is. I did almost do a welcome to the room of scrapped Bunta Vista intros, so maybe we'll put that one together next time.
No, we've done that.
Have we?
Well, we've done the
Come on.
we've done the the drawing board where we're all spitballing around a whiteboard and it's not working.
This
and
is so hard. Why did we start doing this?
Let's not say we. Andrew, why did you start doing this?
I tried so hard to shut it down as well.
What, when it started?
Well, whenever it was starting every episode.
Oh boy. Someone's got to do it, you know?
Yeah, well, we all heard that first.
Here's an idea. Maybe in conjunction with the return of, and we're going to put some booming reverb on this in post, Ben.
Okay.
Freemium Free Brewery!
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's the taste on everyone's lips. Sorry, I've just talked over the reverb there.
That's okay. They're separate
It's
channels.
in separate tracks.
It'll be fun.
Oh,
worry about
okay. Oh, my God. Audio technology.
Did you think Ben was editing a
I don't
single... This man is so
I don't have
tired.
a good idea of what's going on, like, immediately, all right?
He's got two very small children. He's going through it, you know? Anyway,
Yeah.
in conjunction with Freemium Free Brewery,
It's rough being married.
perhaps
Might
we
message
should...
some girls that like me online. I'm Joss Whedon.
Stop that. Freemium Free Brewery, perhaps we should also open the mailbag up to submissions for potential intro scenarios, because it's getting worrying lately. We're getting more and more complaints about the terrible intros. The well
I
has
don't think
run
that
dry.
those complaints are sincere, by the way. I think they love it.
I think some of the complaints are sincere. I think some of the complaints are unbelievably sincere.
Yep. And
Oh, yes,
the ones about this week will probably be sincere as well.
No, no.
So, you know,
Look,
maybe
this is
run
not-
into mailbag@buntavista.com with your idea for an intro. And there won't be any prizes for ones that we use. But don't worry, if we don't use yours, it's because we didn't think it was funny.
Yeah.
Or for other reasons, because your sense of humor is completely inscrutable, and you've said something to us that is deeply offensive and impenetrable.
Yeah. Or
And-
you
and
haven't
you'll
really
know.
understood the format.
Yeah.
Just like
you'll know
most
if you've
of the
offended
submissions
us,
we
not
get.
because we tell you, but like you'll just a shiver will run
If you
down
don't
your
get a
spine.
one-word email back from the mailbag at Bunta Vista that just says, incredible, we didn't like it.
Yeah.
Your shit sucks.
Mailbag at buntavista.com. Guys, did you all suddenly feel a bit creeped out, like you were going to receive some unfortunate emails sometime in your future? That's what we in the business call an omen.
One half of...
You shall see hail fall from a clear sky and burn as fire upon the ground. You shall see darkness cover Egypt when the sun climbs high to noon. And you shall know that God is God, and bow down to his will.
Sorry, I got distracted because I was looking at the Discord where listener Bean is part of a 20-person argument about whether Zambrero's the burrito chain is good or bad.
Oh, it sucks. Let's just shut that down.
Well, they
right
suck
now.
real bad, and as Bean has articulated, sure, Zambreros have provided a lot of meals for people in developing nations, but consider that the meals they are providing them are probably Zambreros.
No one deserves that.
Real Sophie's choice.
Christ alive. This is a story from CNN. Green comet will appear in the night sky for the first time since the Stone Age.
Cool.
That's a good old-fashioned omen important, I think. A lot of...
Getting back to first principles.
Yeah, we've had a lot of ones that I think have maybe strayed from the path in that they've just been, technology or developments that sound bad that will have very literal bad consequences. But I think as a symbolic omen or portent, this is a fucking great one.
Yeah, they didn't have trucks full of cattle turning over in the Bible, but they probably had a weird-looking comet.
Yeah.
I think it's also suggestive of perhaps a Stephen King scenario afterwards, or maybe a Night of the Living
Haven't read
Dead kind of
Or
thing.
maybe sort of a phase 4 type situation.
We wouldn't want any ants developing a hive mind consciousness.
I think all ants functionally have a... We don't need to get into that. A recently discovered green comet will soon zip by Earth for the first time in 50,000 years. It was last visible in the night sky during the Stone Age. Named C/2022 E3 brackets ZTF.
Yeah,
Rolls
and
off
I'm
the
on
tongue.
the...
Come on, I'm on the
I can't remember a
C/2022
single
E3 ZTF diet.
I'm on the C whatever the fuck you just said diet. I don't know how that still makes me laugh every time. The comet has an orbit around the sun that passes through the outer reaches of the solar system, which is why it's taken such a long route and long time to swing by the Earth again, according to the Planetary Society.
I don't really mind how long it takes. I'm a
I think
patient
the Planetary Society sort of bit out of their lane on this one.
Because it's not a planetary body?
It's not a planetary body.
Yeah, we should be talking to the Cometary Society.
We should be.
Yeah.
Do you think the comet complains if they show up late to work?
Yeah, that's true. The comet probably doesn't do that. As the comet nears Earth, observers will be able to spot it as a faint green smudge near the bright star Polaris, also called the North Star.
All right, so look out for that.
One of the most exciting events in decades.
Okay, but you're also the guy that has posted in our group chat several times, being like, Ben, if you go outside, you'll be able to see the ISS going overhead. So,
I think Theo only respects man-made stuff, though.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And I still post that, even though every single time you post the fucking nerd time drill tweet. Because I know that deep down
I
you're
go outside
interested.
to look every time you tell
Yeah.
me. I'm excited to see it. I'm obsessed with man's many space stations that we've made.
So
Big
for
fan.
so long, Caitlin and I would go camping, and she's like, "Oh, on a good night you can see so many satellites." I'm like, "No, you can't. You can't see satellites in the sky. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard." We get out there on a good night, you can see satellites. They move in the wrong direction and everything. I was wrong. I was big time wrong on that one. Wrongerino.
The wrong direction for what?
Okay, so they move completely independently of the stars in the sky and stuff, as you would expect, right?
You know how the stars are all zipping around in the same
Zipping
direction.
around. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to. It's not. They don't look like planes either. All right.
Yeah.
Completely separate entity.
Nerd
Apparently,
time.
there's getting to be so many of them now that it's very regularly.
Starlink.
That it fucks up night photographers' photos. all the time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, doing their long exposure, and they
Yeah.
get a big big Elon Musk taint dragged across it, you know?
Yeah, Theo's done a bit of amateur astrophotography.
I'm gonna get
And I
back
don't
out
mean
there.
to say that you're not professional. I'm saying it's amateurish.
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of sucks.
No, they're very lovely photos.
It's just nice to do.
Yeah, it is.
Nice to
I've
do
only done
things.
it a couple of times, and it is very like because you can't see it
You
happening
can't
at all.
see it, no.
And then-
there's a picture on the camera that just came from nowhere,
Yeah, and also
like a divination.
if you've not done your maths on your focal length, and
Yeah. They're zipping all about.
they're zipping all about, and you're like, "Wow, I didn't see them
They're going
move."
zip, zip, zoop.
So what the zip, zip, zoop, indeed. The comet can be distinguished from stars by its shrieking tails of dust and energized particles. So keep an eye out for those, as well as the glowing green coma surrounding it. Now, the reason I put this story in, I don't think the detail is really important. It's the fact that it's a green comet with a periodicity of 50,000 years, because that just seems very ominous to me. Here's
Yeah.
two noteworthy things that happened 50,000 years ago. The Mousterian pluvial, which was that was a 20,000.
That was only 50,000 years ago?
Well, it
Feels like
ended
just yesterday.
It ended 30,000 years ago. It was
Okay.
a 20,000 year long rainy period in North Africa. So keep an eye out for that for the next 20,000 years. And the other thing that happened at that time is what we believe to be the second independent invention of the bow and arrow in Sri Lanka. Now, what that makes me think of is sort of a 2001 A Space Odyssey scenario. You know, we're just tooling around and you have to stab people up close and then bam, green comet
flies by, yeah.
streaks across the sky. Oh my God.
Sudden inspiration drops.
What if? So what if we make the step from where we are now to the next level of weaponry
Yeah,
when
what
the
would
comet
our
goes past?
what would our relative bow and arrow be from here?
I think if we managed to make a sort of satellite-based Havana syndrome ray that we could do from anywhere,
Oh.
instead of it having to be, you have to be in the hotel room next door with your little Havana syndrome ray gun. If we could have like a beam weapon in a geosynchronous orbit.
I'd like it if maybe we could work on something that I'm gonna keep it real with you. I think the Havana syndrome is pretty boring because people go, "I got a headache."
Yeah, we've got to step it up.
I would like it if we could develop something like maybe you could zap somebody with them and make them start like dancing, like the scene out of The Mask when he goes Cuban Pete mode.
Oh, you're thinking sort of a Cuban Pete gun. A
yeah,
Cuban
like
Pete ray.
a Cubano syndrome
Yeah.
kind of ray.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think that unexplained fits of Cuban Pete dancing around the world would be
Cubano
so
Pedro.
much more interesting to me than like CIA agents saying, "Oh,
I've
I have
got
to
a
lie
sore
down with a
tummy."
cold cloth on my
Yeah.
head. Can I have a pension forever, please?"
It's unfortunate because it does share the name of the same syndrome I get when I'm hungry for a sandwich.
And what a sandwich!
That's a great fucking sandwich.
Have you got a recommendation for our Brisbane-based listeners as to your favorite Cubano in town?
Mongrel used to do a Cubano that was fucking amazing, but they don't do it anymore. I'm trying to think the last place that I got one. Oh, well, check out 9 years ago at Yardbird in the Valley. They did a great
Damn.
Cubano.
There we go, folks. You got two great recommendations for places that you used to be able to get a sandwich from.
Well, no. I can't. I know for a fact Mongrel doesn't do it anymore. I don't know if Yardbird still does it or not.
Yardbird's probably still there
Yeah, and
as well, if you check.
the weird skinhead adjacent people that run it are probably still there.
Maybe go in and just lean over the counter, give a big slow wink, and say, "The guys from Bunta Vista said you'd make me a special sandwich."
Yeah.
And see what happens. Write in,
Hey,
mailbag@buntavista.com. Let us know what happened.
I'm a friend of Castro. Wink.
Wink.
Also tell us what anime they've got on the TV behind them.
Oh, it's
What-
called Yard Dogs now. It's been renamed.
Wow.
So you go to Yard Dogs and ask them for food that used to be at Yardbird.
Why is it now Yard Dogs? That doesn't make any sense. They sell chicken.
They got wraps. They got burgers.
That can't be right.
They got jerk chicken burger.
Looks like menus back on the...
Looks like this menu is off the menu.
Are you tired of paying nothing for the same old superior quality free episodes of the Bunta Vista podcast? Do you want less politics and more content about diarrhea or animals gone wild? Are you tired of skipping through those hours upon hours of paid product placement for Mark Wahlberg film Shooter? Well, boy, do I have the offer of a lifetime for you. That's right, for just $5 a month, you too can be a premium VIP member of the Bunta Vista Patreon. That's right, just $5 for all of our bonus episodes. That's over 300 hours of content from the hosts you know and definitely tolerate. I'll even throw in access to our glamorous and exclusive Discord server, where bizarre arguments only happen once or twice a week at most. Head to patreon.com/buntavista. Sign up in the next 5 minutes and I won't know because that's not my job, but you'll be enjoying the sweet satisfaction of supporting us, and we will love you romantically for it. That's my promise to you.
Hey, finding a Cubano at Yardbird in the Valley that doesn't exist anymore, either the sandwich or the place that it was, that'd be like seeing a cryptid in the wild. It's time for Cryptid Watch.
Don't really have a theme for that, do we? Seems like we should.
No. Yeah, we probably should.
Yeah, close enough.
These are 3 separate reports submitted to the paranormal blog Phantoms and Monsters. Ooh. I don't know. Sorry, I just want to listen to know. I started doing vampire hands, but I was making a ghost noise.
Yeah, also, at the end, when you just said then that you were explaining doing vampire hands, you did Frankenstein hands or mummy hands.
Well, what's vampire hands to you? I think vampire hands are out.
No, vampire hands is doing the Bela Lugosi covering his face with his cloak thing.
You
doing
definitely think of
arms out.
Frankenstein, yeah.
Yeah, you're doing the hands of...
I think I know when I'm thinking of Frankenstein.
Well, Frankenstein hands is when you pull the lever down. Frankenstein's monster hands. Common misconception.
First thing that realistic Frankenstein does is he starts hands straight down the pants. What is going on down here?
What am I and what is this and why does it feel so good?
And then the hands come straight out, back up.
Frankenstein just can't stop jacking off.
His dick is
I've
so much
created
more
a
sensitive. Oh, we got to keep this guy in a castle.
Monster dog.
Stay away from the townspeople, you fucking pervert. Oh, boy. All right, here is a report coming at you. Quote, in the year 2005, I was in the U.S. Air Force. There was a shortage of security police at Davis-Monthan Air Force Base in Tucson, Arizona, and I was put on a temporary assignment. I was patrolling the National Guard side of the base with another airman when we saw that the lights were on in an office building we had just passed. Moments before, the lights were turned off.
Holy
We went inside,
shit.
and there was a long hallway. That's pretty spooky. Out of one of the rooms, a tall, invisible, shimmering creature came out and started moving rapidly towards us. I don't know how invisible it can be if you're
Yeah, he's seeing it.
Yeah, this is going to be a recurring problem with the reports that we're reading.
The airman ahead of me by about 10 feet moved over and made himself flat against the wall. As it passed him, this thing was coming right at me, and I froze for a moment. The airman yelled, "Get out of the way!" I did at the last second. I saw this thing move past me rapidly, and there was a strong gust of wind behind it after it passed me. It just disappeared about 2 feet past me. After that,
And you know that shit stinks.
trail of brown ectoplasm along the floor. After that, whenever I tell someone, they don't ever believe me. But I'm glad that there are other people in this world that have seen something similar to what I've seen, and that I'm not crazy. End transmission. That's moderately scary.
Yeah, it's like a sparkly invisible man. That seems like a sort of a one-off cryptid, right? Not heard a lot about that.
What if it was trying to give you a hug?
Yeah.
And you just stepped out of the way? Some
Or-
possibly alien creature was like, fucking rude, and left, never to return.
Real conundrum. What if it's trying to give you a Zambreros?
Or perhaps it leaves
Do you think
Tucson,
that's-
Arizona.
That's the one thing Zambrero sells. You walk in there and says, I get a medium Zambrero.
Yeah.
They just give
You
you a
get to choose whether
Zambrero.
it's spicy or...
Yeah.
spicy
Can I have
or mild.
it's mild or extra mild, I think, at Zambrero.
No
What a
choice
restaurant.
on whether or not it's wet. It's always coming to you wet. That thing's soaked through.
So for not Australian listeners, we have talked about.
Are we explaining Zambrero?
No,
The
I was
Glimmerman?
just going to say we've talked about Zambreros before. We've talked
Yeah.
about Guzman and Gomez before. I'm sure in this we have talked about what's the other one?
Mad Mex?
Mad Max. Thank you.
What about salsas?
Yeah, Salsa's fucking sucks. Salsa's, you are on
Yeah.
blast.
And they
Mad
all suck.
Max, you're okay.
They all suck, right?
You're
And,
all right by me, Mad Max.
Yeah.
But I was talking to my beloved mother recently, and she said, "Oh, there's a new Mexican place near you that some friends of ours went to, and they said was really good, so you should try it out."
Hell yes. Hell yes. I love a mum recommendation.
Right? And sent me like a link to a Facebook or an Instagram post from the venue, and the food looks good. And then they show like a shot of the menu, and I'm like, "What is this restaurant opened by white people in near Canberra called?" And it's Cartel Taquiera. And I went,
Yeah.
"Come on, bro.
Yeah, no, that's good.
How about just like Johnny's Tacos? You know?
Yeah.
Does it have to be like?"
Crime themed?
Tacos for white people.
It does.
Extra
It
crunchy.
doesn't even have to be like Mad Max, you know. It doesn't. I'm wearing a sombrero and shooting my guns off. Oh boy! Australians open a restaurant without a problematic name challenge. Impossible. Here's another report. I'm wondering if perhaps this creature relocated from Tucson, Arizona, to Florida, looking for nicer people to hug. Quote. My wife and daughter walk our family dog at the Flying Eagle Preserve here in Citrus County, Florida. There was an old Boy Scout camp in close proximity to the river. Recently, she had seen something that she could not explain. A type of creature that was 6 to 8 feet tall. Sounds like Ben.
Yep, true.
She described it. It's true. It's true. That's an accurate description of you. Between 6 and 8 feet tall. She described it as a shimmer resembling the camouflaged form of the predator alien in the movies.
Dope.
Yeah. Super dope.
It would reflect sunlight in subtle blues, pinks, and yellow rainbow-like colors with a silhouette that would suggest it had a long tail. It was really hard for her to put it into words. I wanted to send it to you so that you could document the sighting. Signed, Jay.
This is a very minor quibble. Subtle blues, pinks, and yellow rainbow-like colors.
Not really your classic rainbow colors. The pinks?
Well,
Are
I think
pink in
you've
there?
got
I guess it's a whole
blue
spectrum,
and
isn't it?
yellow and... Yeah, I don't think you have pink in the
Green,
rainbow.
Purple and orange and blue.
Yeah.
I can sing a rainbow. Are they all in there?
I simply do it
They've
by
gotta be
thinking
all in
of
there,
the
right?
Green.
Boards of Canada song Roig Biv.
I think there's a pink in there. There's a bit
Well,
of
there's a
pink in there.
lilac
Take your
kind of
pick.
color. There's not a pink.
I'm saying
also-
I think all those colors are in the rainbow song.
Oh, you might be right. But then
Yeah.
also, like, rainbow-like, you're kind of saying all colors. All colors are rainbow-like. Except for brown. You're right out of there. Brown and grey, fuck off.
If you see a brown rainbow, you are in trouble. Something's gone very wrong. Here's a third report. Quote, my husband tells an account of a Glimmer Man sighting that I am retelling. Talking about Stephen Tobolowsky.
That's right. This is, I don't know if this is universal or if it's just this blog, but they describe all sightings of this nature as Glimmer Man sightings. I was unfamiliar with the Glimmer Man in this incarnation before today.
Cryptid Glimmer Man.
Yeah, I was just
Theo-
familiar with the Steven Seagal movie.
Yeah, for your benefit, Theo, there is a Steven Seagal buddy cop film starring him and Keenan Ivory Wayans, one of the Wayans brothers. And the the serial killing bad guy is played by Stephen Tobolowsky, who a lot of people would know as Ned Ryerson from Groundhog Day.
Yeah. Watch
Ned
that step, it's a
Ryerson.
do's, etc. Yeah.
Yeah, and he frequently tells the story about how incredibly insufferable Steven Seagal was to work with, and how they have a scene where Steven Seagal's character kills his serial killer character by, like, unloading like a full clip into his chest, and he topples over some church pews and stuff. And then, like, after this point, Steven Seagal says, but my character's a Buddhist, so he wouldn't kill him, so he doesn't die. And because he was one of the producers, Stephen Tobolowsky had to come back in and record a line of ADR where he said, but I'm still alive, from off frame. Truly ridiculous, man. My husband tells an account of a Glimmerman sighting that I am retelling. I just had him repeat it to me again to make sure I didn't mess up the story. Just pass him the fucking laptop. Let him write it. He grew up in Vermont, so it is very wooded everywhere in the place where he lived. It felt like a very benign place as far as absolutely everything else goes.
Oh, that's a big call. Don't they have, like, fucking weird right-wing militias up in Vermont? I don't know if it's... I wouldn't describe that as benign.
If we have any listeners in Vermont, please write into mailbag@puntavista.com and let us know if anything bad has ever happened there. But still, where there are lots of woods, there is strangeness. Ain't that the truth? I firmly believe that the woods are not a human domain. It belongs to the animals, and God knows what else. So about
Trees.
30 years ago... Trees? Trees mainly? I reckon they've got some fungus in there.
Yeah.
Uh,
you guys
definitely
ever seen
bugs.
fungus?
Definitely some bugs. Are we counting bugs as animals or as insects?
I think they belong to...
They're in
I
the
think
phylum
insects
Animalia.
belong to,
Wait, that's not a phylum, is it? No.
Kingdom?
The kingdom of Animalia, that's
Yeah.
right.
Okay. So about 30 years ago, when he was in high school, he and his buddies were hanging out at a friend's house, and the edge of the forest was probably 50 away from the porch where they were hanging out. I choose to believe she's saying 50 feet. What do you think?
No. 50 edge of the forests away, I think.
My husband has never smoked or drank and done anything mind-altering due to a medical condition he has.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Loser syndrome.
Boring husband disease. I don't believe that, in the same way that I don't believe anybody who has ever said, I smoked weed once, but it just doesn't do anything to me.
Yeah.
So
Did you
there he
cough?
was, of completely sound mind, just randomly looking at the forest's edge when he sees a tall, invisible, humanoid figure strolling along the edge of the forest just inside the tree line.
It's like the number one shared symptom from sightings of this being unable to post, and being only able to post as through a proxy.
Yeah, that first guy managed to do it, but I think
Yeah.
it's...
He had army training though.
He watched it slowly walking the length of the property and out of sight. He said that he would have never noticed if he hadn't been looking directly at the spot where it appeared initially, and that it was so bizarre. He didn't tell his friends and just played it off like nothing happened. The only description he could give, besides the weird predator-type invisibility aspect, was that it was definitely humanoid-shaped. It was slowly swinging its arms and was definitely tall.
Any mention of a tail?
Not that I can see. Someone needs to teach these people a word like translucent, perhaps, or
barely visible.
see-through, I would take. Any of this stuff. Just not, I saw an invisible thing. That does not work for me. My husband is a no-nonsense, practical, down-to-earth sort of man with a lot of integrity.
Not anymore. He's a clown now.
Well, he's seen an invisible man. He's a frivolous character to me.
My husband is the world's most serious man, who has never lied, nor been intoxicated in any way, shape, or form. It's not that believable to me. I would more believe someone who said I had just finished a 6-pack when I saw Bigfoot or translucent Glimmer Man. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So he's not the type to make things up like this at all. He has seen a number of strange things in the woods over time here in Vermont. I'm intrigued by his account, but hope that I never have a similar experience.
God, I hope I never see a Glimmer Man.
I hope I never don't see something in the woods.
Hey, did
God
you
damn
see
it.
that? No.
This is such a
Oh, I'm
wow,
scared!
a strange cryptid to have. Like, just whenever there's one that doesn't, it's not connected to any sort of folklore or anything.
Yeah.
These people aren't saying they saw
Well,
a
it
ghost.
is. It's connected to Predator.
Well, yeah, modern folklore. The flawless movie Predator.
I was looking at a Predator wiki recently. Sorry, not Predator. A cryptid wiki recently, where people were tracking this kind of thing. And it was a great mix between people either reporting sightings or saying, why isn't anyone talking about the Mothman? You know? And then, like, a smaller proportion of the posts were just people who seemed to be trying to coin new cryptids. What do you think of this one, guys?
Yeah.
You know, the Pennsylvania Dutchman, or whatever it was that they were coming up with. You know, attaching a little drawing they've
He's
done.
real, though.
Yeah, the Pennsylvania Dutch are real. They're an existing community of people in Pennsylvania.
Ben, I'm scared enough already. Okay, you don't have to try and put the wind up me. I'm not going to sleep tonight.
I have another Glimmer Man account here that was posted to Phantoms of Monsters just yesterday. And this one is another first-hand account, so again, another psychically strong individual. I'm no storyteller, but I will try to recall as much detail as possible. Now, my experience happened on September 2nd, 2022, so not that long ago. I've been out through the day running a few errands here and there for my dad, who is elderly. Nice humble brag.
Yeah.
Later that same day, to return back to my dad's apartment, which just happened to be in a tall residential building in Chicago. His apartment is 6 floors up. Okay, we get it. You have a wonderful elderly dad.
Yeah, who
The
can
high
see
rise
stuff.
in Chicago. Okay. At some point during the earlier evening, I decided to go out on the balcony for a quick cigarette. I was standing there just staring out into thin air, not really thinking about much or doing much. As I stood there with my cigarette in hand, I shifted position and began to observe a very large tree about 20 feet away. It was roughly about 15 feet down from me. Now, Theo, you know that it was 20 feet away from him and it was 15 feet down, so you can do the
that's
maths
right.
to figure out
Yeah.
the
I
other
could.
dimension there.
I'm not going to, though.
Yeah, so the hypotenuse is 20 feet. The, what side would the,
Yeah, that side.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll put our best people on it. I noticed that one of the... Actually, that's not enough information to figure it out, is it? No, it is. Because
It
you
is.
can infer the angle from that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I noticed that one of the branches on this tree was bowing quite heavily, which I remember now thinking back was quite odd at the time. As I'm staring at this branch and trying to make sense of what my eyes are seeing, I have this horrible feeling come over me. The most intense sense of dread and fear. It was almost like every part of my body was screaming at me to turn around and run.
Yeah.
I didn't know why.
Pennsylvania Dutchman.
Handcrafted furniture. At this very moment, the bowing branch that I had just been observing began to shake violently, despite my internal instincts still screaming at me to leave. Curiosity had now gotten the better of me, and I started to move along the railing to get a closer look. How much closer could you get? Then I saw it. What I saw at first was a small, glimmering form. As I stared a bit closer, this glimmer then became what I can only describe as a transparent human figure that shimmered a yellowish-white colour. I snapped out of my fixated stare and quickly took a step back from the railing. It suddenly hit me that I was looking at was like something straight from the movie Predator. Or specifically when the Predator is using camouflage. Yeah, no shit. At that very moment, when I realized what I had just seen, this thing dropped out of the tree and hit the ground below. It landed directly behind a man who just happened to be walking past at the time. The man immediately spun around, assuming that someone had thrown something at him. The only thing I noticed was a cloud of smoke or dust arising from the ground behind the man. I waited for some time, expecting to see this thing re-emerge from the dust or the smoke, but it was completely gone. At the same time, another neighbor just a few floors below had also observed exactly the same thing as me, and they managed to confirm all the same details. The neighbor and I then managed to track down the man who was walking past a few hours later. How?
Yeah.
There was a guy walking past, and a couple of hours later you were like, oh, there you are.
How many guys could there be in Chicago?
We've been looking for you this whole time. We had a conversation with the man, and he said that he'd felt an impact but didn't see anything when he turned around. He also went on to report that he felt the same dread that I experienced only hours before. Does anyone have any idea what these beings are? I feel like they can be dangerous. So this thing, this glimmering predator presence, was hanging out in a tree, dropped down, smacked a man in the back of the head, and then disappeared.
Well, I mean, it did give them all ennui for a bit as well.
Ah, Weltschmerz! It's the invisible annoying guy that gives you depression. I've always suspected that some force like that existed based on how my life has been.
Yeah. Turns out he just lives kind of in the tree near me.
I'm also
Wish
quite
he'd
confused
fuck
about
off.
the geometry of this. He's 6 stories up and he was 15 feet down from a tree that was 20 feet away from him?
Yeah.
This just doesn't fucking add up.
Makes
tall
sense to
tree.
me.
Yeah, I guess just maybe a really, really insanely tall tree. It's very strange. I just don't. This phenomenon is completely new to me. If you've heard, also if you Google Glimmer Man, all the results of the Steven Seagal movie.
Yep.
If you Google Glimmer Man and then minus Steven Seagal, the results are still somehow about that movie.
Yeah.
What are they hiding?
Maybe we got to do Glimmer Man and then cryptid in quote marks.
Yeah, maybe.
And let's see if we're getting any. Photos of the forest with nothing visible.
There it is.
Like just pictures of the forest where people have like drawn a red circle around some of the trees.
Well, this is kind
wanna-
of helpful.
Look, I'm going to share this compelling evidence of a Glimmer Man with you guys in the chat here. Ben, I think you should potentially make this the cover of the episode art.
We're going Glimmer
wonderful.
Man, 2 words.
There he is.
So that's from a Reddit post. Possible Glimmer Man in my backyard. I live in South Georgia. I can't tell if my eyes are just playing tricks on me or if there is a being of some sort standing there. Random day, taking pictures in my yard during the spring. I saw it immediately and got an uneasy feeling. So hopefully Ben will make that the episode art. And you judge for yourself, you know.
Yeah, we report, you decide.
Got some replies here. I definitely see something. I can't make out if it's my imagination of a hunched-over, invisible, human-like entity, or if the surrounding foliage is growing in such a way that it looks like it has a body and shadows.
Yeah, that's also invisible.
Suppose the poster says, I know. I definitely see a head and shoulders, eyes, maybe legs. I've taken several pictures of that same area, and I can't ever get it to look the same way. Sometimes at night, I hear noises out there. That's crazy.
Yeah, in the trees?
Yeah, in the forest? Fucked up.
Could be anything. That's so scary. That's fucked up. That's... Oof. I tell you what, folks.
Wow.
If you are... See, Theo's scared now. Are you happy, people who claim to have seen a Glimmer Man?
He might also just be cold because he's not wearing a shirt.
Maybe.
I could not be... Like,
We-
physically could not be cold right now.
It's very hot. It's very
We
hot
report,
Brisbane.
we report, you decide whether or not Theo's too hot or too cold. Folks, if you have trees near your house and you are scared of the Glimmer Man, make sure when you lay your head down at night that you keep your lead pipe right next to the bed. It's time for With a Lead Pipe.
With a lead pipe. She's mighty angry, ready to start a fight. With a lead pipe. She's seeing red, she's swinging lead. Gonna hit you in the head.
With a Lead Pipe, it is the premiere segment for things that you would like to smash with a lead pipe.
Yeah, at the start of the segment, it was sort of a list of 70 things from pop culture, and now it's mostly news stories about robots.
Yep. Well, that's the thing that is disgusting.
We have to
most
adapt.
these days.
That's right.
Yes.
In Bunta
Otherwise-
Vista and also...
As the human race
Yeah.
facing the robot apocalypse.
This is from the English language French news website, The Connexion. Meet Richie, the French robot the world looks set to see a lot more of.
Come
He's
on.
coming for your dick.
Don't! You can call him anything!
We have gone through so many names. Mr. Jerky. The Grabber.
Touchy, the robot. Call him Robo, spelled Robeaux.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
This
That's
is
good.
Robo. This is my good friend, Richie. Watch out for his arms.
Oh, here comes our prototype Jerker 2000. Oh, you can't call it that, bro. Richie, a robot made by a Bordeaux company, has won $2 million at a prestigious US tech contest and is attracting buyers from different
What do you
fields.
mean he won it? He can't have it. He doesn't have a bank account.
What if he takes it and leaves?
I'll tell
They're
you
going
what
to
he
be
does
so
have.
mad.
Beautiful long arms.
He's
Very supple
immediately
fingers.
using it to reach up and deposit the $2 million into a poker machine. Users can customize its appearance and uses. Its arms and heads have a high degree of mobility.
Yeah.
Sorry, I believe I said heads just then, but it's actually singular. I don't want to give the impression that Richie has both multiple arms and multiple heads.
Yeah, he's enough of a problem as it is.
Yeah. Add
Its-
maths to that bad boy.
Its arms and head have a high degree of mobility, allowing it to perform many tasks and be appealingly expressive by moving its head and antennae.
like that?
Wrong.
Yeah. Appealing to who?
Monsieur.
Now, I'm just
Do you
doing
like?
what... if you're listening to this show in the car, I assume that you have pulled out your phone while driving to look at what Richie the Robot looks like. I'm doing the same. He's fucked up. He's a like a half Jack Skellington looking motherfucker.
Yeah.
He's got like
Skellington.
an upper body and arms and a head and antennae and stuff, and then from the waist down he is a stick on a platform. They kind of just phoned it in on the bottom half of
Yeah.
Richie, I think.
Two
Yeah.
very important things to highlight here. The first being that its eyes are two different sizes and the head is perpetually cocked at an angle, giving it an appearance of the small forest spirits from Princess Mononoke.
Yeah.
But also that its chest, I can't tell if that's painted on or if those are articulated segments, but they are the black and white stripes of a stereotypical French man in a stripy shirt.
Yeah, it's true. Well, if he doesn't talk, perhaps it's a tribute to the classic French mime.
Un robot de mime?
Now,
Le
I
mime
thought
robot?
of the physical attributes you were going to mention, Ben, prime, number one with a bullet, would have been the fact that in many photos he has one hand for a hand and one clamp for a hand.
What, one hand
Ladies'
for grabbing?
choice.
One hand for clamping?
Oh boy.
Oh, you will not be able to get away from Richie so easy.
Well, you take your Richie home, you put him through the paces, and once you have lost all sensitivity in your penis, you move up to the clamp. Boy, oh boy. Judges at the ANA Avatar X Prize contest in Los Angeles, fitted with a virtual reality headset, had to
They're
put
only up
robots
to 2.
through a series of timed trials, including lifting a screwdriver and using it to unscrew a door from its mount.
Why is that the test?
Why
Why is getting him to break through your home defenses the test of the robot?
Well,
Using
but
it to
also-
climb through the chimney into your living room.
I know you're in there. I will jerk you off.
Richie can hear you.
What's the? I'm trying to understand the use case for this, because if the use case
Door
is
removal.
if
for
the use case is
infiltration?
you put on a virtual reality helmet and then you direct the robot to do stuff that you can do already.
I don't think they're controlling the robot.
I can't remove a door.
You could remove a door. You're
Beyond me.
You're a capable young man with lots of power tools and stuff because you're a dad with a garage.
But if you look at the photos of Ricci on Google Images, there's a lady in the demos who is wearing she's wearing a VR helmet and she has like Oculus hand things, and Ricci's doing whatever she's doing. She's controlling Ricci.
Oh.
I feel like if I can take
Kind
my
of
door
like
out of the
Joy
door frame,
from Blade Runner 2049.
No, not at all like that.
Hey? It's not?
Well, no, because in that instance, the only time that Joy interacts with a human is when the human is being a physical proxy
Yeah.
for Joy by them overlapping in the same space. What he's describing
Right.
is the robot being operated like a marionette, which is French for puppet, I believe. Yeah, there's another one here where, why? Ricci is, sorry, this is a completely different robot, but it's wearing a white sundress and has an iPad with a man's face on it as they play a children's game together.
Sorry, where can I buy that one? How much does that one cost? Will they let me trade in my car?
Getting railed in a
finally.
sundress bot costs approximately $750,000.
Ben, now can I pull back the curtain for a second?
Oh, yeah, I would love for you to do
What
that.
do you guys think of that? I mean, I know that's usually your domain, Ben. The wet curtain. Now Ben normally like bolds passages of the articles that I think he thinks are noteworthy or funny or absurd. In a
Well, yeah,
particular way.
because sometimes we accidentally skip over stuff, so I like to make sure that these are the things that we really
Yeah.
say out loud.
Yeah. Just
but-
bold the whole thing.
But you didn't. You didn't bold the following sentence, which is, Ricci did all the tasks but was beaten to a $10 million first prize by a faster German competitor. Oh, he gave up immediately.
Oh no, Blitzkrieg bot.
He has a very punishing technique, which apparently the judges liked. Can I read out to you the name of all of the teams that were involved in the ANA Avatar X prize?
I'd love
It's crazy because I thought there were only two. I'm just giving Theo's joke from earlier a second pass for anyone who kind of missed it the first time.
Yep.
Nimbro, Dragon Tree Labs, Team Northeastern, Avatrina, Converge Robotics, Avatar Hubo, Cyberselves, Team Snoo, Pollen Robotics, which is the Ricci team, Last Mile, Team Unist, InBioDroid, Resilient, Touch Lab, Ava Dynamics. It's so good that all of the future evil companies for your like dystopian sci-fi are already here.
Yeah.
Their Converge Robotics Group is an international collaboration between Tangible Research, HaptX, and Shadow Robot Company.
Oh my god.
On.
No.
Yeah. They're developing the tactile telerobot.
Do you
Great.
think they maybe gave the prize to Ricci because it was just the least embarrassing name to say when you were giving out the money? Giving out that big check?
I think Team Snoo is what an Australian porno mag from the late 90s would call heterosexual. No, women. Let's go with that.
Okay.
Perfect. Perfectly landed joke that will land with approximately 15 people who will have to look past its execution to enjoy it.
As Bunta Vista, baby.
That's the Bunta Vista promise. You might enjoy some of the jokes.
Hey, some of these might be for you. Maybe.
The humour might be salvageable.
You might be able to build your own jokes from the fragments we've scraped together. We're very
Some kind
tired.
of Frankenstein's monster.
so
You know, what kind of penis will you give your joke? However, Ricci stands out for its good value.
Oh, they're
Ricci's-
editorializing there.
Ricci's different configurations start with a kit with just a robotic arm at €10,000
Oh my god.
to a
That's all you
torso
need.
kit. Yeah, how much for just the hand?
Yeah, how many times do you need? Like how many cups of coffee do you need to make from your home coffee machine before it pays itself off?
sell the whole robot, but people keep just asking for the arm.
How many $200 jack-off experiences do you need before the $10,000 jack-off robot is worth it?
Yeah.
And there's no way of doing that maths.
No. Well, first, I mean,
You
how
could
can you
go
put
in with a bunch of
price?
friends. Like a timeshare.
Oh, it's sort of like, that
robot.
that whole argument for like the app-driven economy of like, well, you own a car, but it's sitting there
Yeah.
90% of the day.
Yeah. You own a dick, but it's not getting jacked off 90% of the day.
Okay, it's not that you got to share the dick with everyone.
No.
I wasn't really listening.
Welcome to Dicker.
Oh boy. And get out my
Jesus
app.
Christ.
Get out my app Puba and see if I can get somebody on this dick. So you can also get a torso kit with cameras and radio control plus mobility for €40,000. Until recently, most robotic arms started at €250,000. That's too expensive for a robot hand job, I think.
I still don't think that's good value, though. The cheap one.
The €10,000?
Yeah. Maybe I'm not the...
It's probably hard to make an articulated robot arm. I don't know.
Elsa Curvella, business development manager for Ricci's maker Pollen Robotics, said, "Our clients are mainly research institutions where students in robotics use Ricci, letting them see if their computer simulations work in practice. The systems are open source and designed for AI programs, so it should be possible to have a robot which can interact with people and perform tasks, such as robot waiters, which are more than the mobile tablet computer ordering systems you can see now. I already don't like them."
Yeah.
I don't like them, and I like them way better than the idea of a thinking robot.
They know they're trash.
Yeah. They know they suck.
I would absolutely prefer it to be less realistic than more realistic.
I want a fucking stupid thing that carries 3 trays and just keeps bumping into the wall. I don't want like a perfectly articulated French pervert robot hand that like reaches into my mouth to be like, oh, you are done.
Yeah, would you rather be served at a restaurant by R2-D2 from Return of the Jedi when he has the different trays
Oh my god, the perfect robot.
mounted to his head, or
Sentient intelligence used as just like a moving platform for like
just
3
to send
drinks.
drinks around, yeah. Or you could be served by like the sort of the mournful Jude Law sex robot from Steven Spielberg's AI.
Yeah.
I think that would bum me out. I'd be like, let's get out of here.
Yeah, you and me, Joe. Let's go into the woods. Nothing bad's going to happen to us there.
That's right.
Check out the movie AI.
Quick shout out to these guys, though, who, according to their site, refuse any military funding.
Oh,
So that's
Good
nice.
on 'em.
that might be
Yeah.
the world's only robotics company.
Well, I
doing
mean,
that.
what else are you going to do?
I guess that
There's-
explains why $2 million is exciting to them. I made an eye-rolling noise at the start when I was saying $2 million because, like, in the world of people investing in robotics, that does
Yeah.
not seem like a lot to me. But I get it
Yeah.
now.
Meanwhile,
to Ricci.
somewhere in, let's say, Libya, a Boston Dynamics robot is dragging a child out of a 3rd-story window.
Yep.
That's
And it's
right.
going to kick it to death because the Geneva Convention says it can't have a gun.
We all need to support Ricci, the non-lethal masturbation robot.
You know what? Ricci is a folk hero. I don't care what he's done. Now, what I didn't include in this segment is another story which just confused the fuck out of me about a company that's sort of an intermediary between large corporations and robotics companies as like a robot solutions company. So they design solutions that fit their needs and then purchase the robots and program the robots and stuff. But it was about them getting a fleet of Ricci forklifts.
Okay.
Which, as we've seen, Ricci is a torso and arms. Is this a sort of like Centaur Ricci forklift? Where he's poking out the front? Like the figurehead on a ship?
I don't know.
I don't know either, which is why I didn't include it. But I've still
Okay.
said it aloud.
Well, it's still fun to think about. The company is working on a follow-up to Ricci 2,
Yeah. Reach around.
which it hopes will be on sale in 2024. Quote,
Not sure.
it is an incredibly exciting field and moving very quickly. Yeah, I'm going to need it to move quickly. And as a company, we are happy to be one of the leaders in it, Ms. Cavella said. So there isn't a Mr. Cavella, as far as I can tell.
Good to know.
Oh, boy. I love to hear about a robot which isn't designed to kill everybody. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's have a real quick whip around of the mailbag.
1-800-317-515. That's the Punta Vista hotline. 1-800-317-515. That's the Punta Vista hotline. You can send us an email. Mailbag at puntavista.com. Maybe DM us on Twitter. You could even message Facebook, but we don't really check the Facebook. Yeah, 1-800-317-515. That's the Punta Vista hotline. 1-800-317-515. That's the Punta Vista hotline.
So as you may or may not know, if you're a listener, you can contact us by writing to mailbag@buntavista.com. Australian listeners can call 1-800-317-515, leave a voicemail. And American listeners can call 732-876-3446. And you can leave a voicemail, or you can text or send photos to that number. Always feels kind of dangerous when you do say that out loud to people. But I was skimming through there recently, and a lovely listener, I believe it is American Castle fan Sam. The Castle, the Australian movie The Castle. Not, I guess, the TV show Castle? Was that a show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
Sent in...
I think I wrote it.
I think
Send
that's
it
right,
in.
yeah.
Sent in a few photos. Now, he sent these in on the 3rd of September last year, so we're getting back to him nice and quick. Sent a few photos of a T-shirt from a thrift store in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And there's a photo on the front, black and white photo, of a man, and it's over the top of like an outline of Australia. Long-sleeved black Gildan shirt. That's some cheap merch. And it says, "Crossing over Down Under Tour." And there's actually, it's like a foil sticker, so you know that shit is authentic. Little signature on the bottom. There's a photo of the back as well that says Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, 2003. Sam says, instead of Googling him, I want to ask you guys who the hell this is. How did this end up in Pennsylvania? Now, I was telling wife of the show, my wife Eleanor, about this, and she said, well, that's John Edward.
Yeah.
Everybody knows who John Edward is. That man's a
that's
household
famed
name.
Medium John Edward, yeah.
And I said, I get the feeling John Edward was more of a household name like 20 years ago,
Yeah.
you know?
It's probably not best to think about why he's a household name to us, but perhaps not this listener.
Well, in having a little Google of John Edward to see what he's up to these days, the answer is still being on Australian daytime TV in like 2017. Doing readings of the audience. Which absolutely rocks. So, you know, if you wanna have a look at John Edward and his TV show Crossing Over.
Yeah. If you've ever wanted to get in touch with a dead loved one as well, check that shit out.
Yeah, I was having a little look at his Wikipedia when I was talking about this, and it was pretty funny because I've also been watching like a bit of magician shit lately. I'm back on my magician shit, right? watching some magicians, which always includes close-up stuff. We've been watching that Penn and Teller Fool Us thing,
Yeah.
you know? And
Pretty good.
some of those people come out and do, like, mentalist stuff. And then when you see, like, a medium, you go, oh, you're just doing mentalist stuff. You're doing cold reading and hot reading and all that sort of thing. But I quite liked... so for anybody who's seen his show, people in the audience go, yes, I do know someone who died. And he goes, oh, does their name start with a B? Maybe a C? Is it an E? Or a D? A G? A P? And they go, oh, yeah? And he goes, oh, a P. I knew that. And it's very unconvincing. But I was reading this little clip from here. Edward was said to have used foreknowledge to hot read an interview on the television show Dateline. James Underdown of the Independent Investigative Group attended a crossing over show in November 2002 and said, quote, there were no indications for anyone I saw collecting information. None of his readings contained the kind of specific information that would raise an eyebrow of suspicion. John Edward was a bad cold reader. He too struggled to get hits, and in one attempt shot off nearly 40 guesses before finding any significant targets. That's too many.
That's way too many.
I think you should just stop the medium when they're about 15 or 20 deep.
Yeah.
Nah, let's not worry about it. It's
Yeah,
fine.
your mum's
It
giving
happens
me
to everyone.
nothing.
Happens to everyone. It's cool. So that's who that is, Sam. If you've been hanging out since September to know who that was, going back to the store every week to look at the shirt some more.
Yeah, I hope you liked the shirt as well that you purchased.
I hope you bought it, because it's a good bit of fun. Well, that has been an episode of the podcast, Bunta Vista. Do you concur?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain.
Thanks, everybody. And, like we were talking about at the start of the show, it will indeed be time for Freemium Free Brewery, which is where we put all of the premium episodes on the free feed for a month. First taste is freemium.
So if you were thinking about signing up for the Patreon, don't bother.
Yeah, wait a month.
Wait a month.
Wait a month, and then we'll pull the needle out of your vein. You'll be like, I need hours a week of this stupid shit.
Yeah.
That's how it works. That's good marketing. So yeah, if you're not a subscriber, enjoy that. And if you are, sorry that they get to hear some of your
Sorry
good
for
stuff.
everything.
You know. See you next time, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.